It may be hiding beneath your gloves, way down there, but don't be fooled. Your green thumb's still on your hands. And here to help you find it is Mitch and Sarah from Unity Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining us so early in the morning. We appreciate it. You've got several classes coming up to get in the spirit of spring, even though we're still a couple months away.
Yeah, we're already well into the season. It's just been so busy. So not only do we have the classes coming up, etc., we were already at the farmers market. It's not that early for us, and we're ready for spring now.
We are ready too. So let's talk about some of these classes that you guys have coming up. First of all, where do we find a list?
We have a list on our website, www.theunitygardens.org. And then we also have flyers all over Facebook and whatnot. We have classes going on with the library this year. So this coming Tuesday and Thursday, we have seed starting. Tuesday is part of their prelude to Science Alive. It's for kids. That'll be at 6 o'clock at German Township.
And then you've got a whole bunch of other series going on.
Mitch will be teaching seed starting for adults Thursday, 6 o'clock at German Township. And then we flip into February, and we've got some exciting new classes.
Okay, of course, all of this on your website.
Yep.
Well, Mitch, let's talk about seed starting, because there have been years when I've done it way too early. When do you start seeds inside, and what kinds of plants?
Well, we usually start about mid-February with our peppers and tomatoes and eggplants and things like that. A lot of people like to start too. I like to start too early. I always every year. I haven't done it yet this year. Yeah, right. I've had 3-foot-tall tomatoes a month before I could plant them outside. So you do want to wait a little bit, usually mid to the end of February, to start them inside.
And there are some plants that you don't necessarily need to start outside or inside. I started one time zucchinis inside, and that was a bad decision.
Well, and you can start anything you want inside, but a lot of them, like I'm like you, I'm like direct sow zucchini outside, but you can start it inside, but then you want to wait way later, because you don't plant them in the ground until the end of May or the first week of June, which means 6 or 8 weeks before that is when you would plant them inside.
Okay.
Yeah, if you plant them now, they'll cover your entire room.
Which is pretty much what happened. I was like, oh, it's outgrown its little pot thing.
Right, and you run out of space.
If you want to start, you've brought some of the supplies here to kind of give us a heads up. What are these, and what do you do with them?
Well, this is some of the stuff we'll be talking about in our class next week about seed starting. Some seed starting catalogs, of course, is where you start. And this is for some of our other classes where we talk about soil testing in your garden. But then
these are really handy.
Right, seed starting trays. We'll talk about which ones are best, and how to fill the trays. I mean, because it is important, because you spend all this money on seeds, and if you don't start them right, they die. So there's a lot of things that go into preparing, sterilizing your trays, making sure you have good quality soil mix to put them in. And of course, viable seeds.
All of this you're going to be talking about this Thursday.
Yeah, coming up.
Awesome. Thank you guys again. You can find the latest lists of the different classes and what Unity Gardens has on your website.
You bet we can. And then the Growing Summit, the grand finale of the indoor classes, 30 classes at the Main Branch Library, March 12 and 13. All of them are free. PNC Bank and Kohl's have donated so that we could offer this to our entire community free.
Good way to start feeling like it's spring.
You bet.
Thank you both so much.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.